Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be back with yet another video so soon. This is a video that's very special and dear to my heart because it's my grandmother, y'all. This is my grandmother. Her birthday is in December and she'll be 70, and she's been really asking me to do her makeup. So I finally decided to do her makeup. This is not part of her birthday gift. It's just something to make her feel good inside. So no further ado, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and look forward for my next video coming up next. I love you guys. See y'all. Starting writing in the video, my grandma, she has been in my life my entire life. She's amazing. We call her a firecracker because she is very pale in your face, but she is so loving and so giving. And I'm just honored to do my grandma makeup. I give her a hard time, but I love that lady. So what we're doing is concealing her eyebrows. She doesn't have any eyebrows. So what I did was, before off camera, I went in and made her eyebrows. And right now I'm just concealing them with Julia Place foundation, concealer. And I'm bringing the concealer down onto her eyelids. Even though in the last video I said I wouldn't like it, I tried it again on her. But this time I set her eyelids with Laura Mercier setting powder, and it worked brilliantly. So right now I'm just setting the entirety of the eyebrow from front to back with the concealer. And right now I'm going with Julia Place, the Warrior palette, the first one, and the shade right there on the screen. I don't know the name, but this time remember to put it on the screen, guys. So I'm just going in and carving out her crease, but I'm going over her crease a little bit because she has a hooded eye. So I'm going above the crease and blending into the eyebrow with this beautiful orange. I would describe it more a brick orange, burnt orange color. And right now I'm going with the same palette, the Warrior palette, and the darkest shade inside the palette, the darkest. And I'm going right below that first eyeshadow shade, and I'm bringing it right underneath of it and defining that shape. Less of a complete oval, but bringing it up. I would look at it up the hill. So I'm bringing the eyeshadow in the heel formation. And then I'm gonna go in and blend out that color with the first color I used. My grandma was perfect for this video. Like, she usually, I didn't know how she was gonna act in the video, but y'all, she was like, I'm going to do right, I'm going to listen, and I'm going to move my head when you tell me to, I'm going to smile when you tell me to. Like, she was amazing in this video. I know she just really wanted her makeup done, and she wanted me to do it, so I was just happy to do it for my grandma. Her name is Doris, and she's amazing. I love her so much. So right now, I'm just blending this crease color with the transition color. And this is giving definition back in her eyes, because like I said, she has a hooded eye, so a lot of those colors get lost. So I'm going back into that, I'm going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills subculture, and I'm using the middle color inside that palette. It's actually the same palette that I believe had that purple from the previous video that was giving me a lot of issue. But like I said, when I set the concealer this time, and I'm patting it on and not moving the eyeshadow, it worked brilliantly. It's just a brilliant, like, burnt, it's not even burnt, it's like a mustard yellow. It's very pretty. So now I'm going in, and this is how I usually do makeup, guys. I was gonna show y'all, but I'm showing y'all. I'm going in with my Juvia's Place. Oh, I didn't put in her skincare before this, because I did record, I just didn't put it in, y'all. I'm going in with her concealer color, the same color I went underneath her eyebrows. And I'm just mapping out the structure of the face of where I'm going to conceal. I'm surprised I didn't put the skincare because I actually recorded this time. So right now I'm about to carve out the top of her eyebrows with the concealer color. I just bring it 1/3 in from the eyebrows. It just gives it enough structure in the front where your eyes just automatically think that the rest of the eyebrows are filled in. I don't really go in for any more product other than that. So that's the placement that I put my concealer and my highlighter. Right now I'm going with the same Juvia's Place concealer, but in the darkest shade. And I'm going to contour her face. My grandma has beautiful cheekbones, y'all. beautiful cheekbones, and I just wanted to show them all. So that's what I'm doing right now with it. Guys, I'm sorry if you hear my dogs at the top, but right now I'm going in with my contour, and I'm contouring her nose, bringing it from the eyebrows down to the midpoint of her nose, and I'm going to eventually bring that color down to the tip of her nose. But I like to start with the contour, just start from the eyebrows to the bridge, and then when I'm blending, it's going to bring it all the way down. There's no need to have all that product on the nose. So that's where I will place my contour, also contour her forehead. And now I'm going in with my Scandinavia setting spray, and I do that in between my blending. It helps with blending, but also helps set the makeup as well. So right now I'm blending my contour first, and I'm going to blend that into my highlight. Make sure to keep the blending of the contour going up to pull her face up. As you can see, she's a mature woman, so gravity does do the work. So we're going to reverse gravity by pulling the face upwards. We're going to highlight upwards. We're going to blend upwards, nothing to droop the face down. I've also found that women of maturity and older age is that less product is better. As long as you can put the shade down, you don't have to cake the face, if that makes sense. The shades are there. So right now I'm about to go in and blend the edges of my concealer. And I cut this part out, but she kept saying, "Stop tickling my nose." Like, yo, my grandma's the best, y'all. She loved it. Right now we're actually listening to Layla Hathaway. We're just jamming out. That's my girl. And I put my grandma on, and she loved it. She's on the Donny Hathaway, which that's my guy. The Layla Hathaway, the live album. If you haven't heard it, listen to it. Chef Kiss. So right now I'm blending underneath her eye. Look at that smile. Look at my grandma, y'all. That's where I get it from. So I'm blending out her concealer. And right now I'm going underneath her cheekbones. I'm highlighting underneath that to lift her cheekbones up. I like to my clients that have a little smirk on their face, so I can see where the placement of where I need to put that highlighter, because it could be off-putting if you put it if they're not smiling. It's just off-putting a little bit. So now you can really see me blending out the highlighter and how it really lifts that cheekbone to make the cheekbone pronounced. So right now I'm blending out her nose contour, and I'm just bringing structure back into her nose. And you guys can't really see like that, but just take your time with blending. It's a time game. It's nothing that you can rush. You rush it, and then you didn't get it all the way, or you blended it too much. So just make sure it's just a tit for tat type of job. So right now I'm blending out the contour and the highlighter on her forehead. Like I said, I do not put foundation on the forehead, and you can really see why. You don't really need it. It looks amazing. Like I was showing my niece the picture of her great grandmother today, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, Uncle, it looks like a light is on her face," and she was completely right. That's the point of highlighting, is to bring focus into the middle of the face. It just looks like it's just a light on her face. In person, guys, this was stunning, y'all. I mean, stunning. My grandma has great skin, but it was stunning. Right now I'm going in with foundation, and I'm just going in certain areas with the foundation just to blend in the concealer and the contour. Just put it in the middle, and I believe I use NARS Radiant concealer. It doesn't dry matte, so it still give that skin a little succulent, moist look. So that's the look we was going for. Even though I'm still gonna set it, by the end of the day, the oils will still come through, and it will allow the skin to really shine. Look how beautiful her base is. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. So I believe right now I'm about to go set underneath her eyes, and I'm using Laura Mercier in the 2 shades of Honey and Deep. I don't know if it's deep brown or deep, but I'm going to say deep. You know what I'm talking about, because I showed it on the screen. So I mixed those two. So I didn't want to go too bright with the honey, because then it would have looked like she was Casper, because my grandma is of darker complexion. The video shows that she's a little bit lighter than she is, but she is a deep complexion. So So I mix those two to set underneath the highlight area, and then I'm gonna go in with deep to set the rest of her face. And right now I'm just going where I highlighted it. Make sure that you do not add too much highlighter, too much setting powder. With mature skin, their skin do not like to be matte. It gives a very dry casket look. You want to make sure the skin is still succulent, it's still youthful, it's still breathing. That's the look. We want the skin look like it's breathing. At this point, it's gonna look like she's casket ready, but once we go in with this setting sprays and really loosen up and set that powder, it's going to look more like skin. So right now, I'm structuring her nose with a contour powder, and I'm just bringing the structure and the highlight in the center of her nose. Now we're using the Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade Deep. I have to get the dark deep, I think, or deep dark. But this is the shade, this is the palette dark, I'm sorry guys. And I'm going in, I'm using it as also a blush, and I'm also using it as a bronzer. It's more red tone, so I wouldn't use it solely as a bronzer, but it has enough red rosy color to bring in as a blush, and it just brought life back into her skin. And I was just showing you guys here is the motion I'm using is more like a windmill motion, going upwards, pulling the skin up, bringing everything upwards. Instead of just patting it on their face, you wanna set it, you wanna put it down as though you're making a gradient. Can you just see the warmth around her face? I went in with the Juvia's Place palette, bronzer palette, and the shade Medium instead of Deep, because Deep is a little bit too red. And I went in and set and sculpted it her nose. I brought it back into the eyebrows, bringing the structure. And I also brought some of the warmth around the outside of the perimeter of her nose as well, so it won't get lost. I love our African nose. It's so beautiful. So I'm not trying to get rid of it when I'm contouring. So I'm bringing back more of that structure. I want you to see the nose, y'all. It's beautiful. So right now I'm going in with the Juvia's eyeshadow color, and it's like a burnt orange. There you go. And I'm using that as a blush. It's like a burnt orange, and I'm mixing it in with the yellow as well. It's very warm. When I'm doing mature women skin, I like to bring warm colors because cool colors just makes you look unalive. And we want to warm you up. So I'm going in now with the Marc Jacobs mascara. It's my favorite. You want to see it in every video because it's legit amazing. My grandma has no eyebrows. I mean, no eyelashes, and this brought those. I could have left it right here, but she's the last girl, so that's what we're gonna go in with. Oh, so I went in again with the Juvia's Place bronzer. We couldn't get enough. I'm actually gonna go again after this with the bronzer because it just brings so much life to the skin. You can just tell. So I did mascara. I think I'm gonna go in with lashes next. I am. She was in love with the lashes. Until she jumped out the chair, looked at the mirror, and she said, "Oh my God," because she really loves eyelashes, and I haven't put them on her in a long time. I haven't put lashes on her in a long time, but she's definitely a lash girl. So I'm going in with my Marc Jacobs eyebrow pencil, and I believe this is the shade brown. It's the perfect shade of brown. It's not warm, it's not too ashy. It's like perfect for all skin tones. And I just went in, I just cleaned up from when I set her face before. So I'm going in with the Juvia's Place lip pencil. The name of the pencil will be down below. And when working with mature skin that lost the volume, my grandma, she has fuller lips, but they used to be plumper. So the volume is lost. You want to take your time and really go back and forth in between the creases and really work that color in. So now we're going in with MAC lipstick, and I believe in the shade Berry. If that's not the name will be in the description this time. We went with this color because we wanted a red lip, but we didn't want to go in with too much of the red. And this color just comes off red on her, even though it's berry. On any lighter skin tone woman or person, came out very deep. But on her skin tone, it came out this color, and this was perfect because we wanted a red. We didn't. It's like a blue red, if that makes sense. If you know anything about undertones, it's a blue red. Very cool. It just works perfectly with her darker lips. And this, we're almost done. After this, I'm going to pat in the finishing powder, and then we're going to spray her, and that's the end of the video. So you guys, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all so much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for almost getting to 500. Probably by the next video, I will be at 500 subscribers, and that means so much to me because I'm only 3 videos in, y'all. So I love y'all so much. Be safe, be kind, love someone, and have a great day. Bye.